Hey guys, so here's another list of statues on production, but this time it's focused on the sculptor Caleb Nefzen. I know a lot of collectors want to pre-order his stuff. Most are sold out, some are available. Caleb is usually linked to Grail level sculpts, that's why they are mostly sold out. I know the title says on production, but I will be including teasers and full reveals as well on the list as a bonus. Something to look forward to, I guess. This list will be in no particular order or ranking, but I will group them by lines or groups where the character belongs to. I might have missed some sculpt because I simply can't remember them anymore, but I did try to include most of them anyway. To start off the list, we have this Wolverine on throne. Caleb did not sculpt everything in the statue, just the 2 portraits, and this will have 4 portraits total. So not fully sculpted by Caleb, but it's worth adding as this is a throne statue and is Wolverine. This is also the only one in the list where Caleb only sculpted the portraits. Everything else will be done by him 100%. Since we started with thrones, might as well make the next one a throne statue still, and the other X-Men after that. So next is this sold out Magneto on throne. Quite a story on this one, but this has been printed out for a while already. Maybe the studio is figuring out the engineering stuff for this, but we should see the prototype for this soon. Next is probably going to be a very massive statue, and to be honest, I actually forgot what it's called. Please remind me in the comments below. Nothing much to say as pre-order isn't open yet for this, but it has been revealed for some time now. Most likely they are doing the prototype in advance. One of the most hype pieces when I started collecting is this Weapon X inside the container. Sold out in seconds. No, just kidding. Maybe in a few minutes. Anyway, that is amazing. This is probably the most unique concept of Weapon X ever. It has been a while though for this one, but the prototype will be really soon. Can't wait for the full reveal for this. Next is again a very unique concept, and we have this Logan on a tank. I think this is inspired from the wildly successful Soldier Logan by Franco Bellissimo. So they took the concept to another level. This is a bit of a gory concept in my opinion, so this might not be for everybody. The blood is just not that noticeable due to the desaturated colors of the renders. So going back to thrones, and we have this Logan on a broken Hulkbuster throne. This is a sold out statue. Love the sculpt on this one for sure, since I think Caleb is pretty good with armors or hard type surfaces in sculpt. And anyway, it definitely shows here. Next is a Colossus. I think this is most likely be a top 5 Colossus statue in the community, or maybe even top 1. This has been printed already and we are just waiting for the prototype to be revealed. I believe Colossus will be in chrome color, so that's going to be very eye-catchy. Next is a Wolverine statue, and it's on the same line as the Colossus before it. This is a bit similar to Sideshow's Wolverine in my opinion, just in a different costume and most likely gonna be a bit bigger than that too. Next is another Magneto versus Sentinel, but this time it's not on a throne. This too is part of the line with Colossus and Wolverine. This statue is so massive due to the Sentinel behind Magneto. They definitely went all out on this concept. Looks really good and will give a lot of presence for sure. Next is we have a museum type Gambit. What's really cool about this Gambit is the amount of switch out it offers. It has 6 heads and 4 right hand switch outs. That's a lot of switch outs for a Caleb sculpt. This is most likely the most complete Gambit statue thanks to the amount of portraits it has for different artists. This too does have a Sentinel type base, but it isn't on the same line as the guys before him. And he also comes with a Danger Room type of base. Next is we have a symbiote and we have Riot. You don't see this guy too often. Riot comes in 2 versions to choose from. Either you go with the OG black version or the extreme version with the black and red combination. If you are into symbiotes, then this one should be in your radar. Next is the statue that made me want to collect Spider-Man villains, and apparently there are a few of them already. Anyway, we have this Green Goblin. You are already looking at the prototype here. Definitely looks really nice, and I should decide soon if I want to really collect the line or not. Next is another Spider-Man villain, and it is on the same line as the Green Goblin. We have Dr. Octopus here. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, maybe a little bit too chubby, but it is still sculpted by Caleb and the style is still there. If you want all Caleb Spider-Man villains, then here's your number 2. Next is a character that is part of the Sinister Six, and we have Scorpion. This is not part of the line of where Green Goblin and Doc Ock comes from. This is also not comic accurate, but it is however very similar to that from XM Studios. As some of us know, the XM Scorpion is already quite expensive, so this is going to be a very good alternative to that. Looks very consistent in my opinion. The vibe is very similar too. Now it's time to go to the symbiotes. First is we have this Carnage. This is unfortunately only available as kits or as unpainted statues, so you do need to hire a painter to have colors for this. But besides that, the sculpt looks really good. I think this is now my new favorite Carnage statue. Next is the most popular symbiote of all, Venom. This is a fun looking statue with the very small sub base at the bottom, but I do think it's not needed and might compromise the balance of the statue, but I could be wrong. And you know, who knows what could happen if there's a strong earthquake. Hopefully that's a removable thing. The steel platform base is still a pretty good base in my opinion. Anyway, this Venom will come with 4 portraits and a Venomized rat as well. Next is a sold out piece, and again, rightfully so, we have this Venom on throne. There's actually a different variant of this which is a null on throne, and that one too is sold out. Nothing much to say for this statue as it already speaks for itself. Great sculpt, great presence, really captured the comic art where it was inspired from. Next is we have a very unique concept of Venom, and we have this transformation Venom. This is actually inspired from the XM Hulk transformation, where you display Dr. Banner in front of Hulk, which is at the back. So that is a very similar to this, as Eddie Brock is on the front and a big monstrous Venom at the back. Last Venom on this list is we have this diorama of Venom eating Spider-Man. Weird as this may look, a lot of collectors actually like this, and it's actually also sold out. Can't wait for the prototype reveal on this and how they gonna do the engineering. Gonna be really cool once painted. Next is another diorama, and we have Spider-Man fighting Kingpin. This is actually the same line as the Venom eating Spider-Man one, and a Rhino versus Spider-Man which has shipped already, and I guess it's already sold out. Last on the Spider-Man and villain world is we have this Spiderman Transformation. This is inspired from the art of Gabriel Del Otto. They 100% got the comic cover. This comes in 2 versions, which is the naked Peter Parker or the one with a Spider-Man costume. Don't worry, it's not fully naked, just the top part on the neck. Probably the best museum-type Doom statue around. I always think that Caleb's Dr. Doom on throne is the best Doom on throne statue. In my opinion anyway, since I know a lot of collectors are big fan of Franco, and so they would definitely choose the one that Franco did, the Doom on throne. But anyway, the sculpt is very consistent and similar to the Doom on throne, and the base is really nice. Tells you a lot about Dr. Doom's character if you are looking for a not throne Doom statue. Then this is it. And this also comes with a God Doom or a White Doom variant. Next is we have this medium type Ghost Rider. I think Caleb really shines in medium type statues. Not saying his dynamic stuff isn't good, but they are great as well. It's just that I'm a medium type collector. Anyway, this is an Del Auto inspired Ghost Rider. Not your typical Ghost Rider because he isn't riding the bike. However, you can display him with or without the bike. One of the characters Caleb is really known for is Spawn. He has a few already on his portfolio, but this is probably the most unique of them all because Spawn is not in his usual black costume here. Although the design is the same, they are like body paint, so Spawn is technically naked here. Next is still a Spawn statue, but this time it's a diorama with no other than Batman. If you are into Batman and Spawn, then this is the perfect statue for you. Very dynamic, very nice sculpt as it is done by Caleb. So next pieces that will be mentioned are just teasers and I don't have anything else to share besides the one here. First is this series of Venom statues all by Caleb. All are different from each other but it's part of a line and they look pretty sick once displayed together. This is like the ultimate Venom collectibles in my opinion. Next is a museum type Venom. Caleb is really well known for museum type statues and of course Venom. I'm really excited for the reveal of this one. Next is another Venom, however nothing much to show but this photo of their teaser. And lastly is an X-Men vs Sentinel statue and we have Cyclops. This is part of the line with Colossus, Magneto, and Wolverine. So that's a wrap on this video of all the statues Caleb Nefzen sculpted and are in production. I know there are a lot and this is in the span of maybe 2 or even 3 years. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and would consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on future contents. This is Carl and see you in the next one.